Good morning, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope this video reaches you in wonderful spirits. Thank you for trusting me as your reader for today. Okay, let's get right into it. How's everyone doing? Let's talk about the astrology for the week. All right, this is for the week of November 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, the 30th. All right, as well as December 1st, December 2nd, and December 3rd. All right, so Monday today until Monday next week. So let's get right into it. I hope everyone's doing well. If you want your own personal reading, I am doing live readings while I'm on here, okay, with this topic, with this live stream. So if you want to donate anywhere between $5 to $10 for one question, $20 for two questions, $30 for three questions, so on and so forth. Otherwise, you can purchase a personal reading on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. So let's jump right into it. Let's get into the astrology of the week. So this is what we currently have going on. All right, it is currently 8:52 a.m. where I am, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and as you can see, we have the sun in Sag. All right, the sun in Sagittarius is expansion. It's generosity, it's open-mindedness. Okay, it's new ideas. It's being inspired. It's being adventurous and being wanting to explore. So a lot of us are wanting to do new things. We have it here in the second house of self-worth and personal finances. So a lot of us may be wanting to explore and expand with our finances at this time. We also have Jupiter in Sag. Keep in mind, just the sun is also self-expression, it's creativity, it's romance. So we could also be wanting some expansion or some new opportunities there too, because Jupiter also rules new opportunities, or aka Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, right? We have Jupiter, speaking of which, in Sagittarius, which is a really, really good placement. This is a good energy for new opportunities, for growth, for expansion. So we still have it here in the second house, okay, transiting this way, all right? And we have Mercury currently retrograde still in Sagittarius, doesn't go direct until mid, or I think December 9th, okay? So kind of mid-December. But we have it here as well in this cluster in the second house of, once again, self-worth and finances. So a lot of us, could be waking up late today. A lot of us could be feeling groggy. A lot of us could be possibly getting late to work or something like that with Mercury in retrograde in the second house of self-worth and personal finances and things like that. A lot of us could just get to work today and feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, or oh my gosh, I'm so behind. I have so much to catch up on. I have so much to do, so... We also have Venus in Libra, direct in Libra, in the first house of, our self-image, okay? It's also our general outlook on life, all right? It's also our appearance. So, even though we may be feeling groggy, we may want to look good, with Venus in Libra and direct. That's important for us, especially when it's in the first house. Now, we currently have Moon in Cancer, okay, which is our emotions. It's our emotional security, our sense of emotional security, in the 10th house of work and career. All right, so we also have North Node in Cancer, which is an emphasis on home, family. Remember, the North Node is our kind of blueprint for our current life's purpose. The South Node is, our past habits from our past lifetimes. It's past karma. So we have the South Node in Capricorn, since the North Node is in Cancer, because remember, the South Node is always the polar opposite zodiac sign of the North Node. All right, so all in the 10th house, of work, career, professionalism, our sense of responsibility. All right, so with Moon in Cancer in the 10th house, this can be the energy of, being a bit emotional, being moody. So be careful with that, because this is also the workplace, this is also our career. So not only does this relate to us, this relates to other people. So a lot of people could be feeling very moody today. You may walk into work today and say hi to someone, and they may still have a grumpy face on. They may still be tired. They may just not want to be at work. That's a Moon in Cancer. All right, so we have the vertex in Taurus, as well as the Uranus still in Aries in the 7th house of one-on-one relationships currently. So individualism with that Uranus in Aries. Remember, Uranus is also about popularity. Hey, Booski. Hey, Bree. Uranus is also about popularity, and with Uranus being in Aries, we may want to be popular, by being impulsive. Remember, Uranus is also technology. So this can be like social media and things like that. A lot of people could be showing off their relationships, showing off their rings and things like that with Uranus and Aries. Because Uranus in Aries is the one who wants to, be number one in the group. This is the one who wants to, wants to have everyone fawning over them. With the vertex in Taurus, remember, vertex is fated events. So this could actually be a good energy when it comes to one-on-one relationships. This could be good energy around, our business partnerships with vertex and Taurus. Because remember, this is fated events possibly with money. Taurus is the second house. So Really, really good energy here. Neptune in Pisces, all right, direct currently in the sixth house of our work, health, and career. So this is like a big, like money, like career focused morning so far, like, which makes sense because I'm doing this video, right? Neptune in Pisces, though, Neptune rules illusions and confusions. It rules also self-growth, specifically spiritual growth. Okay, it also rules solitude and secrets. So in the sixth house, we may be very secretive in the workplace. We may be very secretive when it comes to self-improvement, what we need to do, what we feel we need to do to improve. With it being in the sixth house, we may not necessarily know what we need to do, but we at least know what needs to be improved. This can also be the energy of like being called into the office, for a secret meeting or something like that when it's in the sixth house. Because remember, the sixth house is a work, health, and home. We also have Mars in Pisces, so we still have that Piscean energy in the fifth house of self-expression, creativity, and romance. So Mars in Pisces, Mars, once again, is, our self-assertiveness, how we express ourselves, how we express our sexuality, how we express our raw energy, and things like that. With it being in Pisces, Mars doesn't really like being in Pisces. Mars is, once again, a planet that likes to act and then think later, but Pisces, being ruled by both Neptune and Jupiter, and being a water sign, is definitely one who prefers to think first and then act. Likes to think of the consequences rather than the, rather than what the benefits of it could be. Neptune is also that kind of energy where it acts, but it acts and not the best under the best circumstances. So, be careful with Mars and Pisces. I always say, don't act under assumption, but also Mars and Pisces in the fifth house is about, wanting to express oneself, especially in terms of like spirituality. So we have Lilith in Aquarius still. Lilith remembers our dark side of our personality. Aquarius is, ruled by Uranus. So this is technology. This is, our friend groups and our peers. So a lot of us could be, finding some haters, either online, like if you're an online, medium, an online personality. The fourth house is the house of home. It's also the house of family. Okay, so it could be playing out in family right now within the fourth house. But overall, Lilith in Aquarius is about, finding out who our true friends are, actually, finding out who's down for us and who's not so down for us. So a lot of us could be having those moments with Lilith and Aquarius, people just showing their true colors and things like that. And if not in person, like people showing their true colors on social media, so. Good morning, loves, watching from work. Hey, Christine, I hope everyone's doing good. We have Pluto and Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. That's, our work, profession, our status in society. So once again, Pluto is all about transformation and evolution. Here in the fourth house of the home and family, we are realizing, yeah, I want to transform, I want to evolve, but I also have these bills I need to pay. I also have, this and that I need to pay for. So, it's about being realistic, especially when it comes to the home, bills, this is, rents, this is those types of things. Saturn and Capricorn as well. It's home sign. In the third house of communication, all right, of, our ideas, all right, and things like that. So very, very interesting morning so far. Let's look really quickly at later tonight. Let's look at 8:50 p.m. Tonight and see, what the transits are all going to end up doing later tonight. So we have Sun in Sag still, Mercury in Sag in retrograde, and Jupiter in Sag in the 8th house of transformation and evolution. So this is interesting. Okay, this is Pluto. So, this is evolution, this is change, this is crisis. But this is open-mindedness, being open-minded to, finding new ways to, alleviate a crisis. This is, finding new ways to expand, to evolve. So this is actually really good energy. Venus and Libra in the 7th house. So this is really, really good energy. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, which is ruled by Venus. Sorry, that was my alarm. So the 7th house is ruled by Venus. So this is actually a really, really good placement when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, one-on-one relationships. So that's really, really good. A lot of people could be coming through. Remember, as we're weeding out like who's right for us and who's not, we're also weeding out who's like really good for us. So that's a good thing. We have Vertex now in Libra in the 6th house. All right. We still have North Node in Cancer, Moon in Cancer in the 4th house of home, family, and home. So by the time we get home from work tonight, or for those of you that are at work, you know, we're going to feel at home. We're going to feel like, oh, you know, it's been a long day. I'm so happy to be home. Like, you know, my emotions are fulfilled. My emotions are secure. So that's really, really good. Let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, which is Tuesday the 27th. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh, 27th. Why do you keep doing that? Okay, let's try this one more time. 27. Are you serious? All right, cool. Sorry about that. Sometimes it acts kind of wonky. So now we're looking at Tuesday morning, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We still have Sun in Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sag, Mercury in Sag, here in the second house once again, Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, Lilith in Aquarius in the fourth house. All right, let's look at 9 p.m. because we still have a lot of the same placements. We still have, now we have the moon in Leo by tomorrow morning. So this is, you know, people feeling more expressive in terms of their emotions. Because remember, Leo is a fire sign. It's the sun. It's creativity. It's self-expression. So by tomorrow morning, hey Star, good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope you guys are doing well. By tomorrow morning, we have the moon in Leo. So a lot of us are going to feel very expressive, very expansive in terms of our emotions. We're going to want to get things off of our chest, especially in the workplace. Because remember, we have this in the 10th house of career, of professionalism, our sense of responsibility. So this can also be, you know, the type of energy where it's like, you know, you blurt out, you know, to your coworker that you're tired of them, you know, being lazy and you having to pick up their slack and this and that. So, you know, while it can be a good thing, us getting things off of our chest, also be careful, you know, because you don't want to say the wrong thing. You know, we also have North Node in Cancer. Love you too, Star. We also have the North Node still in Cancer. We have the Vertex in Taurus, Uranus still in Aries, Neptune and Mars still in Pisces in the 5th house. Now let's look at later that night, because we still have all, you know, the same placements. Venus is still in Libra, Mercury is still retrograde in Sag. Let's look at 9 p.m. tomorrow and see what we have going on. See if there are any major changes. We still have Sun in Sag, Mercury in Sag in retrograde, Jupiter in Sag in the 8th house still. Okay, so it's going to stay there in the 8th house for, you know, a pretty good amount of time tomorrow. Remember, the 8th house is transformation, evolution. So this is actually a good energy with all this 8th house in Sag. Although remember, we have Mercury retrograde in Sag. So, you know, while we may be inspired, you know, to create new solutions to longstanding problems, or, you know, we may even stumble upon new solutions to, you know, crisis or change in our lives, it may not be the best time to remember. Mercury retrograde is like not the best time to act with certain things. It's a good time to reevaluate, to rethink, to restructure. So, you know, you may just be inspired, you know, you may just get new ideas about, you know, what to do moving forward to change your life around, to evolve, you know, but it may not be the best time to act, which is frustrating. But I would say act anyway. I mean, you know, even though we have Mercury retrograde, we have the Sun and Jupiter in Sag. So it's, you know, you still have pretty good luck on your side. Now we have Venus in Libra by tomorrow night in the 7th house. So it looks like Venus in Libra is kind of transiting in the 7th house, you know, today and tomorrow for a good amount of time. So once again, a good, you know, energy for relationships, you know, for dating, for love. Because remember, the 7th house is one-on-one relationships, ruled by Venus, ruled by Libra, okay? We still have the Vertex in Libra. All right. And Vertex in Libra is fated events around relationships, you know, because remember, Libra is the 7th house. Okay. So in the 6th house of work, health, and self-improvement, this could be, you know, where we kind of, you know, find the catalyst for finding love, or find the catalyst for finding romance, is through self-improvement, is maybe through work, our job, our career. Maybe you find out that someone on your job is actually kind of feeling you, child. You better get into it. Now we have Moon in Leo still at the end of the night. By the way, make sure you guys like the video as you guys come in. All right. We still have Moon in Leo. So this is self-expression in terms of our emotions. Sometimes this can be no filter. I always say, if you have a Moon in fire sign, child, especially Moon in Aries and Moon in Leo, but Moon in Sag too, you can sometimes have no filter. All right, let's keep it real. In the 4th house of home and family, this is no filter, either in the home, with family, something like that. Now we still have North Node in Cancer, Uranus in Aries in the 1st house of our self-image, the image that we project out into the world. So remember, like, but we have Uranus retrograde though. So you could catch a lot of people slipping, all right, at this time. A lot of people slipping in your friend groups, a lot of people slipping in groups overall. A lot of groups could like be disbanding at this time with Uranus going retrograde. Friend groups, groups, whatever group it is, a lot of groups could be going through some wonky times right now. In terms of the direction, the outlook, in terms of what the group like is the trajectory of the group. Like they, with Uranus in retrograde in Aries, it's group members not getting along, because everyone kind of wants to go either their own way or in a completely separate direction. Here we have Neptune and Pisces in the second house. We still have Mars in Pisces, Lilith in Aquarius in the 11th house of Uranus. 12th house is actually ruled by Pisces. So the tomorrow night is a night for, how do I say this? With this energy, it's a night to kind of pay attention to the company you keep. Pay attention to the company you keep, not only, privately, but also on social media, also on the internet. Like, this is something I actually had to learn over the weekend. Like, I have to watch who I allow into my circle, even on the internet, because some people can be really, really shady. But I'm not going to say no names, child. So let's move on to Wednesday, the 28th. All right. And we're looking at Wednesday, the 28th, 9 a.m. So once again, we still have the Sun in Sag, Mercury in Sag, Jupiter in Sag, Mercury retrograde in the second house of self-worth, personal finances. So it looks like our money could be going through a positive transformation this week. Now, remember last week I was saying not the best week for money, not the best week for spending, not the best week, for money. Some unexpected, expenses could come up, something like that. Better week for money, you guys. Better week for money. We still have Mercury retrograde, though, in the second house. So be careful with spending, all right? Because Mercury retrograde is not the best energy with spending. But better week for money, you guys. I will be chilling by myself tomorrow night. No company. Yes, Rasheen. That's probably the best idea, to be honest. Now we have Venus and Libra still in the first house. So it's interesting because the Venus and Libra seems to be kind of transiting like a lot through the first, the second. Of course, it's transiting through the whole, the whole wheel here. But now we still have Moon in Leo and North Node in Cancer in the 10th house of work, home, career, okay? Our personal finance, not our personal finances, our career, our profession, status in society, I'm sorry. At some point, they all just kind of jumble together, personal finances, career, money, but they're actually separate in astrology. Now, this is 9 a.m., so this is the morning time. Once again, we still have Moon in Leo, so this is self-expression in terms of our emotions. We want to express ourselves. We're feeling fiery. We're feeling feisty. We're feeling bold. We're feeling brave with our emotions. We may even want to go up to that person that we find attractive and say, hey, I really find you cute. Would you go on a date with me? Something like that. But this is also, around work, career, so be on the lookout with that, all right? We do have the Uranus and Aries retrograde in the 7th house in the morning, though. So once again, this can be cock blocking energy, actually. So be careful with that. This can be cock blocking energy, especially in terms of groups. But this is Wednesday morning, so I don't know, why you would be cock blocking, but maybe someone out there needs to hear that. We have Neptune in Pisces, Mars still in Pisces in the 5th house of self-expression and creativity. So this is actually really, really good energy for creativity, for, open-mindedness. So, when it comes to work, when it comes to schooling, it looks like Wednesday morning is a really, really good creative morning. Great energy around Wednesday, the 27th or the 28th, you guys. We still have Lilith in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th house, Saturn in Capricorn in the 3rd house of communication, 4th house of family, work, and home. It does seem like family is going through some sort of transformation this week, like the home is going through some sort of transformation this week. It doesn't seem like a bad transformation necessarily, but there is some things that, need to be worked out in the home, needs to be worked out with family, or that will happen, that can transpire, that can kind of come up this week. Once again, not bad, but we do have Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th house, so that's transformation, all right? And this can also be transformation when it comes to balance with work and home, right? We also have Lilith in Aquarius, so, that's technology. Wednesday is the day I submit some work. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Well, it could be a good day to do that, actually, Rasheen. Let's look at 9 p.m. Wednesday. So we still have Venus and Libra in the 6th house of work, family, and home. We have the moon and Leo in the 5th house of self-expression. Ooh, how exciting. So Wednesday night, ooh, a lot of people are gonna, I wouldn't be surprised if Wednesday night you see a lot of people on live on social media, a lot of people posting on YouTube, because a lot of people are gonna have a lot to say Wednesday night, honey. Okay, with that moon and Leo in the 5th house of self-expression and creativity, child. It'll be exciting though. We have North Node in Cancer in the 4th house. We have Uranus in Aries, retrograde in the 1st house, and the 1st house is ruled by Aries. Hey Dina, I'm good. How are you? We still have Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Pisces, Lilith in Aquarius in the 11th house. So remember I was saying, it's a good week when it comes to, you're going to see people's true colors, all right? It's a good week for transformation. A lot of people will be finding solutions to long-standing problems. So I would say don't panic this week. Allow the answers, allow the solutions to come to you. And to be honest, people could be willing to work with you this week, to compromise, all right? Now, they're only going to compromise so far with Mercury retrograde, right? They have to look out for themselves, too. They have to look out for their bottom line. But a lot of people could be open to compromising, especially with Venus and Libra in the 7th house Wednesday night. So let's look at Thursday night, you guys, or Thursday morning, I'm sorry. 9 a.m. Thursday morning. Let's see what we have going on Thursday. We have the moon still in Leo. So the moon's going to be in Leo for a good amount of this week, you guys. So that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. We have it in the 11th house here Thursday morning of Uranus. So this is, once again, technology. This is friends. This is acquaintances. This is, going after our own personal goals and aspirations. So with the moon in Leo, 11th house, this is like us wanting to break out. Yes, solutions, exactly, Rasheen. This is us wanting to break out from the mundane, from the monotonous, all right? This is wanting us to break out from, things that have kind of hindered our self-expression, things that have hindered our ability to feel alive. Because remember, the sun is about feeling alive, and I don't know about you, but I have not felt alive, and I feel like I haven't felt alive in a while. So by Thursday night, we're gonna feel alive. We're gonna want to feel alive. It's a really good week. I'm excited for this week, you guys. We have North Node in Cancer in the 10th house, Vertex and Taurus in the 8th house, Uranus and Aries still in the 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So a lot of people are going to be showing their booties this week. A lot of people, and let them hang themselves. Let them kind of be the fool, play the fool. You just kind of sit back and watch. It's a good week to really sit back, sip your tea, and watch all the mess play out, all right? And meanwhile, you're just paying your bills, minding your business, right? We have Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Pisces in the 5th house. We have Lilith still in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th, Saturn in Capricorn in the 3rd, okay? So, pretty, similar transits as we've been seeing, so far this week. Let's look at 9 p.m. Thursday. 9 p.m. Thursday, we have the moon in Virgo. Ooh, who's moon in Virgo here? Does anyone have moon in Virgo in this room? Now, we have moon in Virgo in the 5th house of self-expression. So we may feel more reserved with our emotions by Thursday night. We may feel more analytical over our emotions on Thursday night. Because remember, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is, communication, it's intellect, it's the mind. So be careful of overthinking, also overthinking and feeling like you have to do something, because Virgo is like such a zodiac sign that feels like it has to do something all the time. I have to do something. I'm Virgo rising, so I know. I have to do something. There's something I can do to fix this, but sometimes, once again, we have to allow the answers to come to us. So remember, we still have Mercury retrograde, so our ideas could be kind of affected by the retrograde, even though Mercury or the moon is our emotions. So we have the Vertex in Libra, Venus still in Libra in the 7th house by Thursday night. Mercury in retrograde, Jupiter in Sag, Mercury retrograde in Sag, Sun in Sag, still in the 8th house. So once again, a good week of transformation, especially when it comes to expansion, especially when it comes to new opportunities. And it's interesting because we're going into Mercury going direct. So it seems as Mercury gets closer to going direct, like the ideas start getting stronger. The desires for expansion start getting stronger. So really, really interesting week when it comes to that. But you still have luck on your side. So don't feel hampered by the Mercury retrograde energy. We still have Jupiter, you know, and Sun in retrograde on a cluster. All right, so here we have Saturn in Capricorn, still Pluto in Capricorn, you know, kind of transiting between the, you know, the third and the fourth, the 10th and the ninth house. The 10th house of, you know, career, professionalism, our sense of responsibility. The ninth house of Jupiter, which is expansion, you know, exploration, that kind of energy. We have the 11th house, a lot of energy in the 11th house, Lilith in Aquarius, Mars in Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces, and the 11th house of Uranus. So this is friend groups. This is, you know, our acquaintances. This is, you know, our solitude and soul growth. So a lot of us may want to be alone on Thursday night. You know, it could be a night of being in our feelings in some way as well. Due to other people, though, with this Lilith and Aquarius and, you know, Neptune and Mars and Pisces energy. We have Uranus and Aries still in retrograde in the first house. So, you know, the first house is ruled by Aries. It's ruled by Mars. So a lot of us could be reevaluating, rethinking our self-image. We may be wanting to do something new. We also may be wanting to kind of differentiate ourselves from other people, you know, in our niche, in our field, in our friend groups, in our families with Uranus retrograde. Because remember, Aries is about individuality, but Uranus is about a group. So let's look at the 30th, which is Friday. Let's look at Friday morning. Let's look at the morning Friday. So we have the moon in Virgo in the 11th house of Uranus. This is, you know, our friend groups, also our you know, our friends and acquaintances. It's the groups that we work in. So the great thing about Virgo is that a Virgo can be in a situation that they don't want to be in, but they're very adaptable. Virgos are very, my alarm's about to go off. Let me turn this off right now. Because, child, ain't nobody got time for that. Hold on, let me turn my alarm off, otherwise it's going to sound, ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I ain't if I see another on a so then ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be if I see another chick on your arm. So then ring the alarm. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to pull the anything back up. All right, there we go. Ooh, there's 14 people in the room. How are you guys doing? So we have Moon in Virgo here in the 11th house. We also have North Node in Cancer, Vertex in Taurus. All right, so it looks like the Vertex is kind of switching all week between Libra and Taurus. Hi, Aisha. We have Uranus and Aries still in retrograde in the 7th house. So this is interesting. I would say, you guys, keep your relationships to yourself this week, especially as we get later into the week around Thursday or Friday. Keep your relationships to yourself. Don't feel like you have to post everything on social media, because the thing this week and this weekend is that you know, you may want to post everything on social media, but everyone's going to have an opinion about the things you post on social media this week. Some opinions are going to be good, some opinions are not going to be bad, you know, some opinions are going to be bad, you know, but it's all about getting a reaction out of you. It's all about, you know, getting some sort of power over on you with this Uranus and Aries, because remember, Aries is also ruled by Mars. Mars is power domination. We have Neptune and Pisces still in Mars, all right? Mars and Pisces and Neptune and Pisces in the 5th house. All right, we have Lilith and Aquarius, Pluto and Capricorn in the 4th house and the 3rd house still. We have Sun in Sag, Jupiter in Sag, and Mercury retrograde in the 2nd house of our money and our personal finances. So this is actually good energy. It looks like, you know, once again, money could be a really, really good week for money, especially it may be kind of random. Like money may kind of ebb and flow this week, you know, but it's not a bad thing. Like you may have money today, you know, may not have much money tomorrow, but tomorrow, you know, the day after that, like you could get like another windfall of money, you know, like, and it looks like this weekend, going into this weekend, really, really good work, good energy for money, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you like, you know, are a person who makes money through tips or money from other people, like, you know, other people donating money to you, other people donating money to you for your services, giving you tips, stuff like that. Hi, not for you to know. Hi, Aqua. Hi, Booski. How are you guys doing tonight? Or this morning, I'm sorry. It might as well be nighttime, child. To me, I've been like ever. Let's look at Friday night. Last Friday night, yeah, we danced on tabletops. I don't know the lyrics. We have Moon in Virgo in the sixth house. I'm sorry. We have Vertex and Libra in the 6th house as well. by Friday night. The sixth house is work, career. It's also self-improvement. So Moon in Virgo, once again, is very reserved. It's very shy with its emotions, all right? So it's interesting. A lot of us could be introduced to new group settings this weekend if you're going out. So you could go out with like a friend, and that friend brings their friends, and then you end up making new friends, you know, not even like expecting it. Especially with Venus in Libra and Mercury in retrograde in Sag in the seventh house. So I would say if you meet anyone on Friday night, make sure you get their number, because with Mercury in retrograde in Sag, it's like you could meet someone who's like, you know, very, very special. But at the same time, it's like it could be like a faded kind of one-time event where it's like you see them and then you don't see them again for a long, long time, or maybe you don't see them ever. So make sure you get them digits on Friday night, okay? To really secure, you know, the boo. All right. Here we have a Sun in Sag and Jupiter in Sag. So it looks like, you know, that kind of Mercury retrograde is breaking away from the energy, but we still have it in the eighth house. So this is really, really good energy for transformation and evolution. So I would say when it comes to the eighth house, Jupiter in Sag, or Jupiter and the Sun both in Sag, I would say, you know, do that thing, you know, do that thing that you feel you want to do to, you know, kind of change your life around, you know, dye your hair a new color, get a new wardrobe if you can afford it, you know, go out and do something you've never done on Friday night. You know, it's a really, really good night to kind of transform and evolve yourself in some way, to let go of your worries and your burdens. We also have Saturn in Capricorn, still Pluto in Capricorn, Lilith in Aquarius in the 10th house and the 9th house. All right, 10th house of career, profession, status, and society, the 9th house of expansion. We have Mars in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces in the 11th house of one-on-one relationships. So there could be some shadiness around friend groups. I would also say watch the friends you like keep, watch the friends you go out with or spend time with on Friday, because some people could just be Debbie Downers. You know, there could be some shadiness, you know, where this person doesn't like that person, this person feels this way about that person. It kind of can put a damper on the night. So, you know, just keep, you know, be mindful of that, especially with these Uranus retrograde in the first house energy. All right, now let's look at, ooh, we're getting into December, you guys. This is exciting. December 1st, 2018, which is Saturday morning. Saturday morning with you. We have Moon still in Virgo in the 12th house of Neptune. So Neptune is illusions and confusion, soul growth, solitude, secrets. Ooh. So maybe somewhere between Friday and Saturday, you could find a secret about someone, or maybe a secret is revealed about you, whether to other people or to yourself. We have North Node in Cancer in the 10th house, still, all right, of career, profession, all right, status and society. We have Vertex in Taurus in the 8th house of transformation, evolution, Pluto, Neptune in Pisces, and Mars in Pisces in the 5th house of self-expression, creativity. So, you know, Saturday morning, you know, can be a little bit of a confusing energy. All right, Saturday morning can be like a little bit of a confusing energy. Lilith in Aquarius and Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th house, especially confusing. We have the Sun in Sag, Jupiter in Sag, and Mercury retrograde in the 2nd house. So once again, we have that kind of all this Jupiter energy transiting through our 2nd house of money, personal finances, you know, our self-worth. Blessings, Aqua, yes. So once again, it's a really, really good week for money, good week for making money, good week for expanding money consciousness, expanding business. All right. And also kind of transforming your image, whether this is your self-image, the self-image of your business, you know, whatever the situation is. Let's move to Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry. No, let's look at Saturday night. I'm sorry. Let's look at Saturday night, because that's pretty important. A lot of people like to go out on Saturday night, right? Looks like we have the moon in Libra. OMG. Moon in Libra. My moon is in Libra. I'm so excited. We have Moon in Libra and Vertex in Libra and Venus in Libra. So there's actually a lot of Libra energy on Saturday night. All in the 6th house of work, self-improvement, you know, our job, all right, our health. So a lot of us could be inspired in a vain kind of way, because, you know, Libra can be a little bit vain, to kind of improve ourselves, you know, to eat healthier, to work out more. Also, this could be the energy of, once again, meeting someone at the gym. So I need to keep this in mind, that I need to go to the gym Saturday night, because I could meet someone, possibly. All right, if I look good, all right, and I feel good. Yes, Venus and Libra here. Yes. We have Mercury and Scorpio still in retrograde in the 7th house. We have the Sun in Sag, Jupiter in Sag, in the 8th house of transformation and evolution. So the 8th, this is like the energy of like being brave to do something we've never done. This is about, also being open to do something we've never done. Like, wanting to explore, wanting to be adventurous on Saturday night. So we have Pluto in Capricorn and Lilith in Aquarius still in the 10th house. We have Mars in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces in the 11th house. All right, still. So remember, watch the company you keep, okay? Like, some people, some friends can be Debbie Downers at this time, this weekend, especially if there are differences in life circumstances, differences in status, okay? So if, like, you're making good money, like, you could have a friend over there who's a little bit of a hater, because they're not making as much money as you, or they don't have a good job, like you do, quote unquote. So just be careful with that. Be mindful, especially with Uranus in retrograde, because remember, this Uranus is friends, it's acquaintances, it's groups in the 12th house of Neptune. All right. Now let's move on to Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we have Moon in Libra in the 12th house of Neptune. Okay, so illusions, confusion, self-growth, solitude. But Libra and Moon is all about balance. It's all about harmony. It's all about sustaining that balance and harmony as well. But with 12th house, it's like on Sunday morning, it's like the way to do that is kind of confusing, But once again, allow the answers to come to you, North Node in Cancer, we still have Vertex in Taurus, Uranus and Aries retrograde in the 7th house of one-on-one relationships. Good morning, new subby here. Hey, the Black Sun Goddess, how are you? Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share with your friends and family. We have Mars in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces in the 5th house of self-expression. All right, Lilith in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th. So a lot of the same transits, this all in the 2nd house of money, self-worth, and finances. Really, really good money for a good, really, really good week for money, you guys. Like, I'm really, really excited, about this week when it comes to money and finances and this Libra energy and this Virgo and Leo. It's a really, really interesting week. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's look really quick at Sunday night. We have Moon in Libra, Vertex in Libra, and Venus in Scorpio. Ooh, so it looks like Venus is going into Scorpio Sunday night. Ooh, child. I have Venus in Scorpio. All in the 6th house of work, so, health, career, all right? So this is interesting. With Venus and Scorpio in the 6th house, we could realize that maybe love, our love partners, our love lives, is affecting our health in some way, all right? So that's interesting. We have Mercury in Scorpio in the 7th house. We have the Sun in Sag and the Jupiter in Sag still in the 8th house. So, it looks like, by Sunday night, we're coming into some like Plutonian energy, all right, of transformation, evolution. The subconscious, the darkness, all right, not darkness in a bad way, but, darkness associated with the subconscious, right? Because subconscious is seen as the dark, whereas the conscious is seen as the light, but that's the idiom. What's done in the dark always comes out to the light, right? So interestingly enough, on that same note with Venus in Scorpio now, what's done in the dark could come to the light, meaning like if someone has certain feelings for you, good or bad, it could come out, all right? But with Venus and Libra direct, it's typically a good type of energy, but it can be a sexual type of energy as well, all right? So keep that in mind, because Scorpio is, sex. Pluto rules sex, Mars rules sex, which, Scorpio is ruled by both Pluto and Mars, so. But otherwise, we still have the same placements. We still have Lilith in Aquarius, Mars and Neptune in Pisces. In the 11th house, Uranus, in the 12th house, in retrograde in Aries, of, Neptune. So, yes, welcome. Now let's look at Monday next week, Monday morning. So after all this energy, after all, this weekend coming up, of partying, of this and that, Monday morning, we have Moon still in Libra, Venus and Scorpio in the 1st house of self-image. So by Monday morning, on the 3rd, it seems like we have a new a new attitude, a newfound sense of freedom, a newfound sense of self, all right? Because remember, the first house is self-image, how people see us. So interestingly enough, Monday morning, you could attract a lot of attention, all right? Just naturally, because Moon in Libra and Venus in Scorpio, especially the combination of the two, can be very magnetic. But in the first house, it's magnetic in terms of other people. Like you may be magnetic to other people. We have Sun in Scorpio, especially if you have these placements, all right? You have Sun in Sag, Mercury in retrograde, and Jupiter in Sag. And in the second house, once again, money, personal finances, our career, very, very exciting. Good week for money. Like it looks like money's getting a lot better. Like who's excited about that? After it being so wonky for a while, I'm very excited, very ready. Child, these bills need to be paid, right? We have Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn in the third house. Lilith still in Aquarius, Neptune and Mars still in Pisces in the fifth house of self-expression, creativity, Uranus and Aries in retrograde in the seventh house. Remember, people showing their booties, you know, people wanting to be number one, people wanting to be seen, wanting to be fawned over, wanting to be popular, wanting to be famous, this and that. But, you know, let those people kind of, you know, hang themselves, so to speak. You know that phrase, you know, let them hang themselves. Not saying in a deaf sense, but, you know, it's just a figure of speech, all right? We have the North Node in Cancer in the 10th house still, and Vertex in Taurus. So the Vertex is switching between, it looks like, Taurus and Libra this entire week. So, and that is the astrology of the week, you guys. How long did that take? How long have I been on? I don't even know. So how's everyone doing? Are you guys excited for the week? If you want a personal reading while I'm still here, you can donate to my super chat. I don't think I'm going to be on here much longer. I don't want this video to drag on, but if you guys do have a question, you know, if you want a reading really quickly, I can read you, you know, while I'm here. So anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three questions, so on and so forth. And you can donate to my super chat or my PayPal. All right, the PayPal is in the description box as well as the chat box. And by the way, if you guys send a PayPal payment after I get off live, what I do is I actually just email you your question in a video. So I like record myself doing your reading, answering your questions, and I just email it to you. So like if you send a payment after the fact, don't feel like, you know, oh my gosh, she's not going to get to my reading. You're feeling good, Christine? I'm feeling good too, actually. You know, like, I can't complain. 32 minutes. Okay, great. That's actually perfect. So I hope you guys are having a good morning. It's pretty early. I know I'm on early, so I don't think we're going to get all the regulars and, you know, in the room, but that's okay. You know, you guys can watch the playback. So if no one has questions, I thank you guys for listening to this video. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on my social media pages, Instagram at Lamarr Townsend, Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Tarot, or just type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Google or on Facebook. I mean, you can also type it in Google if you want a personal reading. If you want a personal reading from me, I'm available for those as well. You can donate to my super chat, or you can check out my website for a personal reading on LamarrTownsendTarot.com. For a live reading, you can donate to my super chat or my PayPal. This was a good review. Thank you. That was a good review. Thank you, Miss Mills. I appreciate that. How much are the readings? Well, personal readings are priced differently from live readings, but once again, a live reading is anywhere between, you know, $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, 30 is three questions, so on and so forth. And I do prefer PayPal payments. The link to the PayPal is in the description box and the chat box. So, but yeah, if no one has questions, I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next live, and you guys have a great week, okay? Remember, if you want your own birth chart reading, you can contact me as well on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, or just Google Lamarr Townsend Tarot and I'll pop up. Thank you. You're coming? Yes, Booski. Remember, if you donate, you know, I'll just answer you in an email, all right? An email video reading. So, recorded video reading, by the way. You're welcome, Aisha. Love you guys. See you in the next live. Have a great